Take a little walk to the edge of town and go across the track where the viaduct looms like a bird of doom as it...
Welcome to Slaughter Fest, everybody! I am your host, Zachary Jones, the Slaughter Master, and this is the event where I will be reviewing 8 horror movies in the month of October in order to celebrate the amazing holiday of All Hallows Eve. Also known as Halloween to the mainstream people, but hey, you know me, I'm a little bit edgy. I am your host, the Slaughter Master Zachary Jones. I know I just said that, but hey, my name's so awesome, we can say it twice. I am the man who reviews horror movies and I slaughter the shit ones. Without further ado, guys, it is time to kick off Slaughterfest 1 by reviewing the amazing slasher film Scream. So the plot goes like this. 2 teens are savagely murdered by an unknown killer. The town of Woodsboro is put in a state of distress, and everyone is trying to figure out who the fuck is doing the killings. Slowly throughout the movie, it is revealed that the killer is actually using slasher films like the movie Prom Night as his basis of his killing spree. For example, people who aren't virgins getting murdered, stuff like that. And with the ending revealing who the killer is. So, like the original Friday the 13th, this movie goes off the whole aspect of you not knowing who the killer is. So, the whole time you're left guessing who it is, maybe it's this person, maybe it's that person. I'm actually proud to say that I guessed who the killer was, like midway through the movie. But then again, I guessed I thought everyone was the killer, so my guess counts for shit. Now, a bonus element to this movie's storyline is our movie's protagonist, Sydney. His mother was murdered last year and raped, so you automatically have sympathy for the girl going into the movie. So when she's going through everything, you're basically like, wow, I actually care for you. Now, my only problem with this whole thing is basically Neve Campbell's portrayal of Sydney. She doesn't seem happy at all, which is really, it's a bummer. It makes you feel sad the whole time, and you're just like, how do you have fun with that? But at the same time, though, it is arguable that her mother was murdered last year, but still, even when she's hanging with her boyfriend, she's still a sad sack, and I don't know, she never cracks a smile, and even when she does, it's not convincing. I personally feel that Nev's performance was possibly the weakest out of the whole cast. Even with that being said, though, the plot is still great. Now, the acting for the film was great. 4 out of the 5 main teenage characters were amazing, with Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard playing their characters to a great T, and, well, the other chick, I believe her name is Rose McGowan. Yeah, that's it, Rose McGowan. She played her role pretty good as well. Jamie Kennedy's performance as Randy was amazing. I'm pretty sure that's what I know it's going to sound stereotypical as hell, but he was flawless with his role. He played it to perfection. He played that awesome horror nerd that I'm pretty sure all of us horror nerds think that we are when we're at a party and we're like, oh, I'm the horror buff. We imagine ourselves being as Randy. We wish we could be Randy. And it's kind of depressing to see that this and Scream 2 were the only two, if you count Scream 3 because he does a small cameo, but it's kind of depressing to see that these were the only slasher movies he was really in. Like I said earlier, I wasn't really a fan of Neve Campbell. She didn't have too many problems with her, but still, she wasn't my favourite person. David Arquette was cool in the movie as well. He played the lovable cop Dewey, and he played it to a T. I couldn't think of anyone better than him. And I just want to say, Courtney Cox played the bitchy reporter Gail to an amazing standard. I loved every second of her. Now, the acting was great, guys. Without this sort of acting, the movie's twist would have been revealed pretty much, I reckon. Due to the fact that if they overacted, it would have been obvious who the killer was. If they underacted, you would have known who the killer was. And the movie's kills were pretty good as well. I mean, there was no jaws being ripped apart or heads being put into meat grinders, but still, they were still pretty intense. Now, the killer was a normal person rather than a supernatural beast, so when he's hunting after people, it feels more like a dangerous game of cat and mouse rather than just a lion chasing down a gazelle. My personal favourite kill in this movie has to be the garage death. It took me off guard when I first saw it. I've loved it ever since. Every time I watch it, it makes me smile. And whenever I watch it with friends, I always look at them just to make sure they're enjoying it as well. So now I want to talk about Wes Craven and how he talentedly directed this movie. The way he directed this movie was pretty good because he actually made it where he put a lot of references into normal, like, mainstream horror movies. An example of this is having Drew Barrymore cast as the girl who gets killed off first. It's a reference to Psycho with their mainstream, like, best actress, well-known actress, being killed off in the first couple of minutes in the movie. So now by doing this, he wanted to cement into the audience's brain that anyone could die. Basically, he wanted to be like anything could happen. If Drew Barrymore's getting killed off, then anyone can die, which is awesome. It's smart. Now, another cool thing that Wes did with this movie was the way that he actually made Drew Barrymore cry in that opening scene and feel terror and dread. What he did was, he literally told her stories about animal cruelty and stuff like that, which basically made her cry. And, well, now I know I've brought up Drew Barrymore twice in this segment, but it's for a good reason. When I first saw this movie, and I saw Drew Barrymore on the screen, I was literally like this. I hope nobody's looking at me. In conclusion, this movie is great. The plot is great, the kills are good, the acting is top notch, and I love it. I don't know how they're going to be able to continue this series because Wes Craven was a master with this movie. He was the visionary behind these movies, and, well, without him, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, God rest his soul, he was a blessing. He was an inspiration to me, because without him, he was one of the reasons I wanted to pursue film. So I guess that if he wasn't there, I would not be pursuing film at the moment. So it's going to suck not having him there, and I don't know how the Scream franchise is going to go without him. I hope it continues on, but I don't know. We'll just have to see how the future plays out. This movie is great, and I'm going to give it 8.5 stabs out of 10, guys. Holy shit, that's the first video for Slaughterfest done and dusted, guys. So, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button so you can catch up on the next 7 videos of Slaughterfest, guys. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate every single time you guys watch my videos. Leave a comment in the comments below. I will reply. Like, I want to be able to reply to you guys. You guys are awesome. You are the ones who make my audience. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I will see you on the next episode of Slaughterfest, not Slaughterhouse Movie Reviews. Wow. See you on the next episode of Slaughterfest. Catches.